Hi guys, welcome to today's webinar. Today we're going to be talking about prepositions and well, I hope you enjoy it very much. I'm here. If you have any questions at the end, I will be answering everything. Okay, like our title says, prepositions is today's topic. Let's continue with the next slide. So, who am I? My name is Liz Diaz-Mozo. Okay, I'm an English teacher here in Lingo. I have been here for almost a year. I have really enjoyed it. I'm so happy here. It has given me great opportunities. I can work, I can be with my family, and well, many things. Now, a little bit about myself. Like I told you, my name is Liz. I'm 35 years old. I'm married. I have 2 boys. I've been married since 2011. I have 2 boys. One of them, Arturo, is 8 years old, and Emiliano, he's 4. Okay, I was born in USA, but my parents are Mexican. So when I was about maybe 13 years old, we moved to Mexico, and I've lived here since then, probably more than 20 years already. So practically Mexican. What else can I tell you? I studied to be a dentist. I work as a dentist occasionally, okay, not all the time. But I also studied to be an English teacher. It's a big, long story. But well, long story short, I love teaching English. I enjoy it so much. And well, that's why I'm here today, working as an English teacher here in Lingo and enjoying what I do. Okay, so that's about it about me. Let's continue. Okay, so prepositions. Yes, we have some very common ones that you have probably heard. Okay, we can see that this apple is on the box, in the box, under the box, right? You are probably very familiar with these kind of prepositions, but let me tell you something. This is not all we have about prepositions. There is much more to prepositions. Okay, don't worry. I don't want you to get nervous. I don't want your head to explode. I don't want you to be all nervous thinking, OMG, I didn't know there was a lot to prepositions. No, don't worry. That's why I'm here today. It's my job today to tell you everything I know about them, okay? So, you ready to begin? Here we go. Okay, so this is the big question. What are they? What are prepositions? Like we have here in this slide, prepositions are words that show the relationship between a noun or a pronoun and another word or element in the sentence. It can be a verb, another noun, an adjective. But the main job of a preposition is to help relate one noun or pronoun with another element in a sentence. Now, prepositions are very versatile, okay? Prepositions are very versatile and they can work in many different ways and they can do many different things, okay? So this is why I was telling you that there is so much to prepositions and so much we have to learn about them, okay? Excellent. Now, like I mentioned, they are so versatile that they can be used to connect people, objects, times, locations, and many other things. That is why we are here today. We're going to learn each way to use prepositions. Okay, here we have some images of places, times, objects, just to refresh your memory. So when you think prepositions, I want you to think time, place, people, objects. Okay? Excellent. Very good. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now this is very important, okay? We, you, me, I, everybody uses prepositions all the time, okay? You probably just don't realize you are using them. But in order to speak, I am 100% sure that you are using prepositions all the time. Okay, so don't worry. I'm sure you're using them, and I'm sure you're using them correctly. Maybe just a few adjustments we have to do. We have to make. Okay, let's go. Okay, so before we go into what kind of prepositions exist, what we have, when we use them, how we use them, I want to talk to you about the 10 most common prepositions. Okay, here we have a list, and then after I read the list, I'm going to go with one example with each one, and I'm going to show you how these words, prepositions, relate one element with another in a sentence. Okay, so this is the list: 10 most common prepositions: with, at, beside, into, during, in, on, until, for, and without. Now, I want you to think back. What do you say? Do you use these? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. Okay, so example with. My son likes to play with his toys. Okay, here we are relating my noun, which is son, my verb, play, and what does he play with? Well, he plays with his toys. Do you see it? We are relating one element or two elements with another element in a sentence. Okay? Our next preposition, or common preposition, is at. The Christmas party is at the office. Okay? What are we relating? Christmas party, the verb to be, is, and office. At is putting these together. At is showing the relation between these elements. Okay? Awesome. Beside. Our example of beside. There is a tree beside the river. Okay? What are we relating here? Well, we are relating the word tree, the word river, and our verb to be is. Okay? Beside puts all of these elements together. It relates them. Okay? Excellent. Next one, into. Okay? The boy will dive into the swimming pool. Okay? So what are we relating here? Boy, dive, swimming pool. Where is he going to dive? Into the swimming pool. Yeah? Super. Okay, next one. During. Our example for during. I will be very busy during the week. What are we relating? We are relating I, the verb to be with busy, will be busy, and week. During is telling me when I'm going to be busy. Okay? Awesome. Next example. In. We have a friend who lives in Spain. Okay? So in this case, in is our preposition. In is a very common preposition. Okay? You're going to see it in a second. Right now, we are using it to talk about a country, to talk about a place. Okay? In this case, our preposition in is used to relate the words we have, a friend, obviously, and the country, Spain. Yeah? Very good. Excellent. Our next one is on. By the way, on is one of our very common ones, too, most common ones. Okay, our example, a calendar is on the wall. Okay, here, our preposition, obviously, on is relating the words calendar and wall. Where is a calendar? It's on the wall. Yeah? Excellent. Next one, until. I will stay until 4 o'clock. This preposition is relating the time I'm going to stay, or actually leave, and the pronoun I. Yeah? Excellent. Okay, let's continue with our next two. The next one is for. She is going to sleep for an hour. Okay, for is our preposition here, and it is relating she, our verb sleep, and how long she is going to sleep. Okay, she's going to sleep for an hour. It's talking about a period of time. Okay? And last but not least, without. I feel sad without you. Okay? Without is the preposition here that is telling us, who I'm sad without. I'm sad without you. Okay? We are relating I, feel, and you. Okay? Well, I hope you understood these 10 common prepositions, my examples. And the most important thing here that I want you to see with this slide is that you probably use them all the time. Like I told you, not probably. I'm 100% sure you use them all the time. We just have to work on knowing when to use them, maybe what type of preposition to use, because I will tell you in a little bit, there are some very common mistakes when using them. And that is our objective today, to clear these mistakes and make it a little more clearer for you to understand when to use them. Okay? Awesome. Let's continue with our next slide. Okay. Types of preposition. Before talking about classification of prepositions, with classification, I mean type or when to use each one, like time, place. I want to tell you a little secret. Okay? There are different types of prepositions based on the number of words that form them. Okay? Let's see what I'm talking about. Okay? Our first type of preposition is our simple preposition. Okay? Like its name says it has only one word. They are also called single prepositions. One word. For example, we have a list here that says in, at, to, for, of. Okay? Simple prepositions have only one word. And in the example on the right, it says, I am going to the store to buy a soda. In this case, our preposition is to, one word. It's a simple or single preposition. Okay? Very good. Let's continue with our second type, our double preposition. A double preposition is formed by two simple prepositions, okay? So we have examples: into, up to, within, etc. We have a longer list, okay? In this case, our sentence, we are going into the office right now. Into is formed by two simple prepositions, in and to. They are put together to form one double preposition, okay? Now, in this case, I want us to analyze, we're going to analyze the sentences as we go, so you can see how we use prepositions, okay? I am going to the store to buy a soda, okay? We are relating going to the store, I, and soda. Why am I going to the store? To buy a soda, right? Awesome. In the next one, we are going into the office right now. Here we are relating the elements we, our pronoun, our verb, are going, and our other noun in this case, which is the office right now. Okay, so into is the word that is in charge of relating all of these elements. Okay, excellent. Let's continue with our third kind of preposition. Our third kind of preposition is called a compound preposition. I know, I'm pretty sure you have heard of compound words. And what is compound? Basically, compound is when you put two words together to form one new one. But here they are not really together like in the previous one. They are in one little part, okay? In this case, the words can be preposition and non-preposition. This is very important for you to understand. A compound preposition consists of two or more words that can be prepositions or non-prepositions, okay? Like we have in this example, this woman is standing in front of the car, right? Well, it's not very smart of her, okay? But, well, there she is, okay? And our example says, she is standing in front of the car. Our preposition here is in front of. It is a compound preposition formed of 3 words, okay? Preposition and non-preposition words. Excellent. So analyzing our example here, we are relating, or in front of is relating she, standing, and the car. Yep, excellent. Let's go to our 4th type of preposition, which is a participle preposition. A participle preposition is a word that we use as a preposition that ends in ing. Okay, very important. Participle prepositions end in ing. For example, concerning, regarding, considering. Okay, there are many more, and you need to know this. There are many, many more, but impossible to go over all of them. Okay, in this case, our example is, this meeting is concerning you. Okay, so we are relating this meeting is and you. This meeting is about you. So the preposition concerning is the one in charge of relating all of the elements in our sentence. Excellent. And our 5th type of preposition is phrase preposition. Okay, a phrase preposition is a group of words that are used, or that not used, but it's a group of words that is already established as a phrase. That is where our name comes. Phrase preposition. Okay, it's a phrase used as a preposition. Okay, so yeah, we have examples like according to, by means of, owing to. Again, just a couple of examples. And these phrase prepositions are formed by prepositions and nouns or pronouns. Okay, so in this case, in our example, we're going to use according to. This is the correct address according to Liz. Okay, so what are we relating? This, the correct address, and who said it? Well, Liz said it. Yeah, awesome. I hope everything is well up to here. I hope you're understanding well. And I want you to know that now we're going to the good part. Okay, classification of prepositions. Now I'm going to tell you what the classification of prepositions is, when we use each group of prepositions, how to use them, and then, of course, as always, I think practice makes perfect. So at the end, we're going to go over a little practice just to make sure you understood well. Okay? So before we continue, I'm quickly going to name the classification. The classification of prepositions is number 1, place. Number 2, time and location prepositions. Number 3, movement prepositions. And number 4, periods of time prepositions. Okay? Excellent. So let's continue. Okay, let's begin with our prepositions of place. Okay, so our first preposition of place is prepositions of place. Okay, what do prepositions of place do? Prepositions of place, they describe the position of a noun in relationship to another noun. Okay, in other words, where is it? Where is one thing in comparison to another thing? Okay, so we're going to begin with these examples. The apple is on the table. Okay, so what two elements, or what two, not elements, what two things are we relating here? Well, we are relating the apple and we are relating the table. Okay, so we are the preposition on is giving us this relationship. The apple is on the table. Okay, it is telling us exactly where it is. Okay, this is what prepositions of place do. They tell us where something is in relationship or in relation to something else. Apple, table. Now our next example is the boy is behind the tree. Okay. Now what two nouns are we relating? We are relating the boy and the tree. And the preposition in charge of telling us where he is behind. Where is he? He's behind the tree. I just loved this picture. I had to put it. I had to organize it. I thought it was nice. Excellent. Okay, let's continue with the next page. Here we have an image or three images of owls in relationship to boxes. Okay. Our first example, the owl is between the boxes. This one is very important. When we say between, we have to make sure we have more than one of the nouns, okay? We can't say the owl is between the box because between means that he is in the middle of two things. I have one box here, I have another box here, and the owl is standing here, yeah? So the owl is between the boxes. We're relating the owl to the boxes. Okay, the next one, the owl is on the box. This one is practically the same as the one in the previous slide, which said that the apple is on the table. Same thing, but here we're relating the owl to the box. Okay, and our last example on this slide, the owl is in front of the box. Okay, so in this case, I can see the box, but it's hidden behind the owl, right? It's in front of the box. So I just said another preposition of place, behind, right? The box is behind the owl. The owl is in front of the box, okay? So remember, place prepositions tell us or relate where one noun is in relationship to another noun, okay? In fewer words, or maybe not fewer, but simpler, where one thing is in relationship to another thing. Okay? Awesome. Very good. Let's continue with our next slide. Okay, here we have some more examples of prepositions related to places. Okay, like right now, I just went over behind and in front of with one signed picture, right? In this case, the girl is behind the boy, or the boy is in front of the girl, right? Excellent. Here we have another example of between. We have two trees. Remember, very important. In order to use between, we have to have two of something. In this case, we have two trees. And in this case, the tree house is between the trees. Okay? We also have under. Okay? The word under is under the arrow, okay? A little weird, but yeah, I just want to give you the general idea using the picture so you can relate picture and sentence, okay? Excellent, because remember, if we want to, or not everybody, but a lot of people have this way of learning. A lot of people need pictures to relate ideas and to keep them in their minds. For me, it's basic. Now that I see that this tree house is between the trees, I'm going to remember this image forever, and I'm going to relate the word between with the pictures. Okay? Now, under the trees, we have a sofa and we have a table, right? In this case, we can say the sofa is next to the table, or the coffee table, is next to the sofa. Yeah? Either way is correct. For both, we use next to. Okay? Then we have on the right, we have a woman. Oh my God, poor woman. I think she's very stressed. It seems like she has a lot of work. Or is it a man? I'm not sure. But well, it seems like he or she has a lot of work. His dog is also there. Okay. I think he's going crazy, but well. The objective of this image is to go over the preposition below, okay? So we can say that he is below the desk. Below is very similar to under, okay? Excellent. I hope he finishes his work soon because his head is about to explode, okay? Excellent. Our next one and last one from this page is above. Okay, as you can see in the picture, the airplane is above the buildings, or we can say the airplane is flying above the buildings. Okay, excellent. So up to here, we are finished with prepositions of place. Now we're going to continue with prepositions of time and location. There are three: on, in, at. Now, very important here. I think that in my time teaching here in Lingo, in elementary schools, with adults, with children, with teenagers, with all my time teaching, which has been a lot, I don't remember right now how many years, but probably, oh my God, more than 11, 12, I don't know, 13 probably. Since I was in college, I've been teaching. So I have seen that this kind of preposition is the one that causes more confusion, okay? The prepositions of time and location. So I hope that this information is good for you and it helps you clarify when to use on, when to use in, and when to use at. Now, very important here. I want you to imagine a pyramid. The biggest, the widest part is on the top, and the smallest part is on the bottom, okay? It's like a pyramid or a triangle upside down. Let's call it a pyramid for today, okay? The order of our prepositions is going to be in on the top, on in the middle, at on the bottom, okay? You will see in a second why I am asking you to imagine this. And at the end of this part of the classification, you'll see the pyramid as a whole. But well, imagine the pyramid. In at the top is going to talk about general things, general times, general locations. What do I mean with this? Maybe maybe we can talk about the 80s, the 90s. Okay, it's a period of time, a big period of time. Big locations, countries, cities. They are not specific. They are general and they are big. Okay. Then in the middle, like I tell you, the next one is on. On is a little maybe smaller and a little more specific, but not the smallest and not the most specific. At the end, we have at the point of our pyramid. At is going to talk about specific, very specific times and very specific locations. Okay, let's begin. Here we have, like I told you, this is the top of our pyramid. We have in, general, bigger. As you can see on the sides, we are talking about centuries, decades, years, months, weeks. Why? Because these are periods of time. It's general. If I say the 80s, I don't know what part of the 80s we are talking about. So I'm just being general. I use in the 80s. Yeah? And talking about places, we talk about bigger places, countries, cities, maybe even neighborhoods, because they are not specific. They are big. Okay? Let's look at some examples. Here we have these prepositions, these time and location prepositions used with periods of time. Okay? We have a very clear example here. It says, she will travel in 2 weeks. Why are we using in? Because we're talking about a period of time, a big period of time, 14 days, 2 weeks. Okay? Our next example is the one we were talking about in the previous slide. He was born in the 80s. Okay, I was born in the 80s too. Okay, so he was born in the 80s. 80s is a big period of time, 10 years. Okay, I don't know specifically when. I just know in general, he was born in the 80s. Okay, awesome. Next one. We can also use in, like I told you, for countries and cities. I was born in USA. Okay, USA is big. It's a whole country. It's very big. So here we have to use in, okay? They were in Paris last month. Okay, why? Paris is smaller. Paris is a city. Yeah, it's smaller, but it's still general. I'm not saying what part of Paris they were in. I'm just saying they were in Paris. Okay? So remember, in, general, and big. Okay? Awesome. Let's continue with the next one. On. On, as you can see, the pyramid is going down. On is more specific and smaller. We can talk about days or dates, right? In this, here we have May 7th, my birthday, Friday. Yeah, these are some examples of smaller, non-specific, okay? Non-specific, but a little more specific. I hope I'm not confusing you with this, but you will see at the end the difference, okay? And we for places, we can talk about streets, avenues. I won't say the number, because if I say the number, I'm very specific. But I can say Abedul Street. I can say Maple Street, La Posita Street, right? All of these are just streets. They are more specific than cities and countries, but still not very specific, okay? I hope you are understanding well. Let's continue. Okay, here we have some examples of days and dates using on. I will go back to school on Monday. Okay, I'm talking about a specific day, but I'm not saying specifically Monday, January 25th, 1922. Okay, I'm saying Monday. Monday is a day. I'm not sure what Monday of the month or what Monday of the year. Okay, but I know I will go back to school on Monday. Yeah. Awesome, guys. Now, here, very important, still important to remember that everything I'm explaining, but the objective of a preposition is to relate one part of the sentence or one element of the sentence with another. When will I go back to school? I will go back to school on Monday. Okay? Excellent. The other example, my birthday is on August 27th. And yeah, my birthday is on August 27th. What am I saying here? Okay. I am talking about a date. Okay, it's more specific. I didn't say Monday, August 27th, or I didn't say I was born. Yeah, I'm not being very specific. Okay, it's a date. We can use on for days and dates. Excellent. Let's continue. Okay, now we are talking about streets and avenues. Again, using on. General idea. Well, no, sorry, not general. Little more specific idea of time or place. In this case, places. You can't turn left on Fifth Avenue. Okay, it's prohibited. You can't turn left on Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue is a street. I'm not saying at what point, but there is no specific part where you can't turn on left. Okay, so that is why I use on. They are not specific. Okay, we live on Maple Street. This brings me back memories. I used to live on a street. The name was Maple Street. So that's probably why I chose it. Okay. So we live on Maple Street. Okay. On is giving me the relationship between we live, and the street. Very important. It's a street. It doesn't say the number. I'm not saying the specific place. Okay. Excellent. Let's continue with the last one. At. Now you can see that we're at the very bottom of our pyramid, the last part. At is very specific, and it's used to talk about the smallest places or the most specific places, okay? We can use it to talk about hours, 12 o'clock, 7 a.m., 5 p.m., 10 at night, okay? And we can use it to talk about address or specific locations, like I just mentioned. A specific location, the store, my house, his school. An address, 734 Oxford Street. It's specific. We're mentioning the street and we're mentioning the number. Okay? Let's go over some examples. Okay, some time examples. I wake up at 6 a.m. We're relating I wake up and the time, right? And more importantly, we're talking about the exact time. That is why we use at. The next example is the same. We will meet at 5:30 p.m. Exactly 5:30. It's an exact time. Okay, it's very specific. Now, for addresses and specific locations. The party is going to be at my house. I'm very specific. It's my house. I'm not giving you the address, but everybody knows where my house is. So I can just say the party is going to be at my house. That is enough to be specific. Okay, that is why we are using at. I will pick him up at the airport. Okay, I'm saying where. There is no other way to go. I'm not going to go to his house. I'm not going to go to his school. I'm saying the airport. I'm being specific. That is why we use at. Okay? Awesome. Let's continue. Okay. So here is the pyramid. Here is the complete pyramid that I want you to see. We have general or bigger in, more specific and smaller on, very specific and smallest at. I think this will help you have a pretty good idea of when to use them, okay? I hope it does, and I hope more of you imagine this pyramid in your head when you're going to use them. I know it's impossible for every time you're going to use prepositions or these prepositions, time and location, for you to remember, okay, now this is specific, no. But little by little, you will start doing it in an unconscious way. This is the important thing, unconscious. When you do this unconsciously, oh my God, you are there. Okay? Excellent. Let's continue, please. Okay, now we are going to go to prepositions of movement. Okay? Basically, prepositions of movement describe how something moves in relation to something else. Okay? Some examples are into, past, over, around, across, over. Okay, we have many examples. Okay, many examples, but these are some of them. Let's begin. Important thing, remember how something moves in relation to something else. Okay, let's go. We have an example here. A policeman is helping the woman go across the street. How is this woman moving? And this woman and the police, how are they moving? Well, they are moving across, okay? In relationship to the street, they are going across from one point to another, okay? They are crossing it, going across. Across is our preposition of movement. Now, this example, which means a lot to me, I want to do it, I hope someday. I want to travel all around the world, and I hope my husband is listening to me so he can see this. I want to travel, literally, I want to travel all around the world. I hope one day I can do it. But what are we relating here? We are relating that me, Lise, I want to move around the world. I want to travel around the world. I want to get to know many countries, many cities, many continents, okay? I want to travel around the world. Yeah? Excellent. Let's continue. Two more examples here. He is jumping over the obstacle. Over is relating him jumping and the obstacle. It's telling us he's going over, right? Now, he went into the tent to take a nap. We are relating him and the tent. How is he moving in relationship to the tent? Well, he's moving into it, okay? This guy, how is he moving in relationship to the obstacle? He's moving over it, jumping over it, okay? Excellent. Now, that was the second type of the third type, of prepositions. Now, or not type, classification. Now we're going to talk about the fourth and last one I'm going to talk about today. Prepositions used with periods of time. Okay? These are for: since, for, until, and during. Let's go with the first one. Or the first two, sorry. Okay, the first one, since. Since talks about between a past moment and now, okay? It's a period of time between the past and now. Our example, she has been here since 5 o'clock. Okay, since a past moment and right now. The past is 5 o'clock, right until now, okay? Now, the baby cried for 2 hours, okay? I'm sorry, I didn't explain for, but I'm going to explain it now. For is used to talk about something that happens during a period of time, okay? So the baby cried for 2 hours. What is our period of time here? 2 hours, okay? So he cried for 2 hours. This happened during a period of time. That is why we use for. Oh my God, poor baby. I hope everything's okay. Excellent. Next one. Now we have until and during. Until is used to talk about up to, but not after a specific time. I will be with my dad until 9 p.m. I'm going to be with him up to 9 p.m. Not after that. After that, I'm gone. I don't know. I'm with my mom. I'm with my dad. I'm sorry, not my dad. My grandmother, my grandfather. I'm alone, but I'm not with him because I'm going to be with him until 9 p.m. Yeah, awesome. Next one, during. During is used to talk for a part of a period of time, a small part in a bigger period. Okay, we watched TV during a break in our studies. Okay, here our period of time is our studies. Okay, but watching TV took just a small moment. Okay, a part of this big period, which is studies, we watched TV. That is why we watched TV during a break in our studies. Yeah? Excellent. Those are the 4 prepositions used to talk about periods of time. Remember, all of them are used to relate one element with another. Now, before we go to our practice exercises and our last part of our webinar, I would like to mention the following. Prepositions, yes, everything I explained right now is important, but prepositions are learned by reading, writing, listening to music, listening to conversations, I don't know, any type of talking to people, practicing. That is the only way we are going to learn prepositions, because there's no very specific rule, unless they're like in on at, but there's no very specific rule to tell us, here you have to use a preposition, Liz, here, now here, now here. No. The only way we learn them is when we practice, when we use them, when we talk, when we listen. Okay? Very important tip, and I hope you follow it. I always recommend, not only for prepositions, I always recommend my students to listen to music in English, watch movies in English, watch TV in English, read in English. Everything you can do it in English. This is the only way to improve vocabulary, to improve fluency, to improve listening skill, everything, okay? I recommend it 100%. So let's go over the exercises. And we're going to begin with time and location. Remember, for time and location, we use in, on, at, right? Our pyramid, remember? So the first one, I haven't seen you years. Years is a period of time. So when do we use a big period of time? Years. We use the preposition. What do you say? Exactly. We use in. I haven't seen you in years. Number 2, my son is school today. I'm talking about a specific location. Remember, school, it's specific. So which one do we use? Correct. We use at. My son is at school today. Number 3, there are 3 schools, Main Street. So we're talking about a street. It's not completely specific. So which one do we use? Let's see if you can get it. Awesome. I think you got it correctly. It's on. There are 3 streets on Main Street. Sorry, 3 schools on Main Street. Number 4, we had dinner midnight. We're talking about a specific time, 12 o'clock at night. We had dinner at midnight. Very good. Number 5, the party is North 15th Street. Okay, we're talking about a street. We're not saying the specific number. Which preposition do we use for this? Exactly. We use the party is on North 15th Street. Number 6, he's a celebrity, Spain. We're talking about a country. It's a specific place, a country, it's not a specific, it's a general, a big place, a country, okay? So we are going to use, what do you say? Excellent. He's a celebrity in Spain. And number 7, the shop closes 4 o'clock. It's a specific time, okay? So we use the shop closes at 4 o'clock. Excellent. Now let's go with place prepositions. Remember, on, under, beside, in, under, below, okay? These are the place prepositions. In this case, we have a box being compared with, a frog being compared with a box or boxes. No, just one. Okay, in this case, the first one, the frog is on the box. The second one, the frog is, I can't see it because where is it? Where is the frog? It's behind the box, right? Excellent, very good, you're doing great. Now, the next one, the frog is, I can see the frog, I can see the box, so where is it in relationship to the box? Very good. The frog is next to the box. Now, the frog is, what do you say here? In the box. Very good. The next one, I can see the box a little, but it's kind of been lost, okay? So here the frog is, what do you say? Come on, do it. In front of the box. Very good. And the last one, number 6, the frog is, you can do it, under the box. Now, like I tell you, there's no way that I can tell you, you have to memorize prepositions. No, you can't memorize. You have to practice. It's something you will achieve or accomplish with time and practice, okay? Let's go to movement prepositions. Here I gave you a word bank because there are so many. Today we're going to use through, into, over, cross, off, and up. Number 1, the cat was on the table, then it jumped the table. What can it do? It jumped off. It got off the table. Very good. We got out of the car and ran the building. I was in a hurry. I had to go to my meeting. I ran into the building. Very good. The elevator didn't work, so we had to walk the stairs. What can you do in relationship to the stairs? How can you move in relationship to stairs? You can go up or down. In this case, we have up. Very good. We had to walk up the stairs. Excellent, guys. Number 4, he escaped a door in the back of the building. What can I do in relationship to a door? The only thing I can do is go through it. So he escaped through a door in the back of the building. Number 5, we took a boat, the river. So let's imagine I'm in the boat. What can I do in the boat? Well, I can go across the river. I can cross it, right, with the boat. We took a boat across the river. Excellent, guys. And last but not least, the robber broke his leg when he tried to jump the wall. What can the robber do? Or how can the robber move in relation to the wall? Well, he can jump over it, right? Excellent. Over. Very good. And our last examples or exercises are about periods of time. Remember, here we have since, through, for, and during. For, since, during, and until. Yep. So we were in Mexico, our summer vacation. We're talking about a period of time. Which one do we use? For, since, during, or until? Well, it's a period of time. We use for. Very good. Now, I haven't played basketball. Oops, sorry, I'm missing an L right there. I'm very sorry, my mistake. I haven't played basketball. I was in middle school. So we're talking about a moment in the past and up to the present. So here we use since. I haven't played basketball since I was in middle school. Very good, guys. Number 3, we have been waiting for the bus 40 minutes. 40 minutes is a period of time, just like in number 1. We have been waiting for the bus for 40 minutes. Okay? Number 4, they met their lunch break. So now here, very interesting. We're talking about lunch break is a period of time, but we're talking about a small period of time during the lunch break because meeting only takes a couple of minutes, seconds, I don't know. So it's a small period of time or a small part of a big period of time. So here we use they met during their lunch break. Number 5, she will arrive 12 o'clock. Okay. Here we would use she will arrive until 12 o'clock. She's not going to get here before. She's not going to get here at 11, at 10. No, until 12 o'clock. Okay? Not before, not after. 12 o'clock. Now, the last sentence, the last example is also about me. We have been married. We're talking about a moment in the past and the future. So we have been married since 2011. Yep, I've been married for 10 happy years. Excellent. So now, this is my part. I don't know, do you have any questions that you would like for me to answer, to solve right now? I'm looking at the messages. Thank you. Hi, Isaac. Hi, Arturo. I love you. Marisol, thank you so much. I love classes with all of my students. I enjoy them so much. Thank you for your nice comment, Marisol. Fed, great job and great presentation. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. Okay, very interesting. Congratulations. Thank you, Lupita. Thank you, Mike. Great explanation. I'm glad you understood well. And thank you, brother. I love you. Thank you, sis. Thank you for being here. Now I also have, I think those are the comments. I don't know. Are there any other questions that you would like for me to solve? There's one that says, Newton, I don't know how to use correctly, but I'm not sure of what he's talking about. I don't know if somebody can clear this up for me. And if there are any other questions or comments, thank you, everybody. Thank you. I love teaching. This is part of me. It was my dream since I was little. I imagined being a teacher since I was little. So this is where I am now. I don't know. Any comments, questions? I'm sorry about Newton's message because I don't know. I don't understand. It says I don't know how to use correctly, but I think it's incomplete. So I don't know if somebody could clear this up for me. It would be great. Thank you. And well, just basically, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for learning with me. Thank you for learning from me. And you know what? Teachers always learn too. So I have seen this in my classes with my students. I learn a lot too. When you're little and they tell you this, you're like, come on, you can't learn. You're a teacher, you know everything. Well, no, we don't. We don't know everything, but well, we learn every day. I'm so happy to be here in Lingo. And I'm not receiving any more messages, so I'm guessing that would be all for today. Thank you very much. I have enjoyed doing this webinar. I hope to see you soon in another one. And well, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Enjoy your holidays, and I'll see you here again soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.